She loved to have friends over. She loved to do sports. She played volleyball, basketball. She was in dance. She did the yearbook. Very creative. Obnoxious. She was obnoxious as to where she did things that I never thought she would do, like as in, you did what? For instance, fun little things that just girls do. She was a jokester. She just loved to have fun. She's always laughing in her picture. She never was, she had her moments, but she was just, everybody smiled around her. She made everybody laugh. Great kid. So the weekend that this all happened is on a Friday, we all met and we went to the lake and we had the greatest day at the lake. Like we went to the lake, we took pictures and we did all kinds of fun things. And she called me later and she said, Mom, that was one of the best days that I've had. It was just, the day went perfect on Friday. I guess that Sunday, the boyfriend's parents were out of town. They supposedly were going to do their last hurrah, hurrah. And they went about 8:30 and they picked up a Percocet. And then I got a call the next day that she was taken to the hospital. They found both of them. Her boyfriend and her were both unconscious. And they took them both to separate hospitals. The brother of her boyfriend knew my daughter had to be at work at 9 o'clock in the morning, and she's like clockwork. I always taught her to be responsible. She always went. And he said that he heard them snoring in the bedroom, so he thought that they were just oversleeping. Well, when he went in there, he couldn't wake anybody up. So can you imagine? He just thought that they were sleeping, and so that's when the paramedics got called, and they were laying in bed when they found them, and then they were both rushed to different hospitals, which I still don't know the reason for that. It's kind of odd to me, but I don't know. And so that's what happened. And then she was still breathing when I got to the hospital. And the thing about it is I was probably 30 miles away, the worst storm you can imagine in Dallas. And I had to rush through the rain, and I get there. And then what was hard about it is they said she was Jane Doe. They didn't even have her name yet, which kind of upsets a mom that goes in there. And she was breathing and everything like that. And I want to tell everybody this. Have you ever, when you were younger and you got in trouble and you always had that butterfly feeling on your stomach, you knew you were going to get in trouble, that gut feeling? And I remember, and I prayed for it, and I sat there and I said, I had this feeling come over me, and it said, this is one of the times where you think that it's going to be okay, but it's not. I knew right then and there she wasn't going to make it. They wanted to talk to me in the other room, and I went, and I had to leave, and I came back, and they had said that once I left, she had stopped breathing on her own, so they had to put, the breathing tube and stuff like that. But I feel that she just had to tell me bye. That was her. And there was no, I don't know, whatever happened is that there was she had no brain movement, nothing like that, no brain, nothing, and so she never just came out of it from then. They never tested her, which I'm not sure. I don't understand why. I guess because it cost a lot. I don't know why, but so I didn't really find out that it was fentanyl for a while. You assumed it, but you really didn't know. And then when you get the the medical examiner's report, it said, but I never got the amounts of anything. And I guess I was told basically that they waited so long to do. I don't know the reason why. I never got the amounts. I'm really curious on the amounts of fentanyl, but they said that it had, before they tested her or whatever, however they said, it had been too long out of her bloodstream, like out of her body, which I don't really believe that. So I really haven't went any further than that. The person that sold her the pill, he confessed. We're still waiting on the part to see if it's going to go any further. They presented all the evidence, and it wasn't enough evidence, which if the person, I don't know how it's not enough evidence. So I'm working on that stuff still, but I almost wanted that stuff to just be over with and gone. Not that I want anybody to be punished. It's, you can't punish anybody else any more than a parent that loses their child. So that part's good. She's just a great person. I mean, we hadn't went to church. We kind of just did our own thing. Kids get older, hadn't went back to church and stuff. But my church they stepped in and they did everything for her. And she had a great funeral. She had a great, great funeral. She has, she's buried in Capel. I decorate for Christmas. the things that she'd like to do as a kid. I kind of keep her memory open about, I put candy canes out there because everybody has candy canes in their front yard and stuff, but I know without a doubt she would not have done this if she would have known what would happen, because she was really involved with my grandson, her nephew. We all went somewhere every weekend to the parks. We enjoyed each other very much. People don't think that it's going to happen to them. That's the thing about it. The part that I want everybody to understand is doing drugs with your friends and just taking a pill, it's not worth it. The pain that your family goes through is, nobody ever imagined it. You wake up every day and you think that it's not true. I mean, I still wake up thinking, is this true? What happened? It destroys people and families. Her boyfriend that survived, he feels like it should have been him, so he still has not gotten his life straight. He's put his mom through a lot of stuff just because I'm sure he blames himself. But I told him there was a reason that he survived. Somebody has a plan for you somewhere. Don't try to fix it, but you have a plan. What was sad with him is he wasn't told for like a week that she had died. He kept on asking for her, but he had to go back into they had to put him back like in a coma and whatever for his body and everything to recover. So he kept on asking for her. So they had me on the phone when they told him about her, and it was not very, and I've tried to stay in touch with him, and we go out to eat and stuff, and I feel sorry for him because he's 19 and he doesn't know, and he had a lot of brain damage. He had to learn how to drive a car again. He had to learn motor skills again. He had to go to therapy after that. They said that they tried to bring him back 6 times. Narcan actually absolutely saved his life. It was one pill. It was a Percocet. She bought from somebody that she had bought Xanax before, and it was laced with fentanyl, and it took her life that quick, and it's not worth it. Her boyfriend has to live with that for the rest of his life, and he already feels that, it's his fault. He has something on his shoulders, and I don't think he'll ever come out of it. He blames himself, and the loneliness that all of us struggle with, not having one person that made our life. She was fun. She loved to do stuff. She loved to go shopping. She was just full of life, and her life was taken too short.